Online Video Games here, and I just got the new edition of GameInformer. It belongs on the floor, which is why it's on the floor. Now, GameInformer is a magazine that I guess you could say I'm subscribed to. I have no interest in GameInformer. It's just that in order to get the 10% off card at GameStop, you need to get a GameInformer subscription. I mean, if I could buy the 10% off card separately for a lower price, then it would cost to get it with a GameInformer subscription than I would, but they don't have that option anymore. It used to be where you pay $5 to get the 10% off card, but now you have to get the GameInformer subscription in order to get the 10% off card. And for me, if you spend over $150 at GameStop a year on pre-owned games or used games, then you break even. And then after you spend $150 on used games, you get the discount. And then the card becomes an asset rather than a liability. Anyways, though, GameInformer, they just give overinflated ratings, and what this means is their ratings are completely unrealistic and do not justify the games. We're going to look at this magazine real quick. Alright. I guess we'll put it over here. So on the cover you have South Park characters. South Park is old though. I don't watch cable, so I've no interest in South Park. I guess they're advertising as 3D TV. Magazines now are super short and half of them are advertisements. Don't just read it. That's what it says there. Don't just read it, throw it away. Alright, let's see here. More pictures about games that I'm probably not going to get into another decade. New Final Fantasy, I still haven't beaten the old ones. Let's see here. Alright, let's get to a review. The new Kinect is coming out. I think it could detect your lips. I mean, who wants to talk while playing a Kinect game? I thought it's supposed to be about exercise. That's about the vocal muscles. PlayStation Move controller colors. As if somebody actually looks at their PlayStation Move controller while playing. It's just like a car. When you drive a car, you're in the inside, you don't even see how it looks from the outside. Alrighty. Give me a second here. Zoom out a bit. Let's see here, anything interesting? The Return of Infinity Blade. Nope. What's happening at Capcom? They're charging. What is it, like $10 a character for their DLC? That's what's up. Advanced Tactics. It's probably a $65 game. Battle from Earth 2 is an excellent RTS. Let's see what they give the Skyward Sword. This game was complete crap. And you see the rating. Does they give it a rating here? Alright, this game had no multiplayer, terrible controls, and boring gameplay. I would give Skyward Sword a 0 out of 10, and that's a very generous rating in my opinion. Actually, you should go negative. The controls are so bad that they should pay you to play the game, so I'm going to give it a negative 10 out of 10. I guess like that. Battlefield 3, that game sucks. You just constantly get one-shotted from halfway across the map. Modern Warfare 3 versus Battlefield 3. Obviously Modern Warfare 3 is better. Let's see if I agree with any of these illogical ratings. What is this? Dungeons, Dragons, Legend of Driss board game. That might be interesting. So why are these ratings illogical? Well, they don't reflect the value of the game, in my opinion, and in many other gamers' opinions. Just like IGN's ratings don't accurately reflect the value of the game, and these gaming companies, they'll say many negative, I guess you could say, features about a game, and then they'll give the game a 10 out of 10, which doesn't make any sense, or a 9 out of 10 when they just said all these negative features about the game. And then great games will give low ratings too, like Shadowrun. I mean, Shadowrun, it may be limited on maps, and it may have very limited features, but what it has, it does so well though that it easily deserves a 10 out of 10. it's fine if you want to have a limited amount of content. It should be quality over quantity. The limited amount of content should be executed so well though that the replay value is there. So it doesn't matter if your game only has 20 characters rather than a 1,000 fighter game, as those 20 characters are designed so well and their controls are so great. If you're playing a fighting game, then it makes it a much better game than a game with 1,000 characters that have very little difference in fighting techniques and the controls are terrible to control the fighters. I'm just giving you guys a hypothetical. Controls to me, I mean, are practically everything in the gameplay. I don't judge by graphics. I mean, Pong was fun, and graphics for Pong are the worst possible graphics that anyone can imagine. Some South Park games. I may want to get the one on the ones on the Nintendo 64. Alright, let's see if there's anything here interesting. Grand Theft Auto 5. I haven't even beaten the fourth one. There's no menu, the cell phone is your menu. So you're automatically in the campaign mode. SSX, I remember that game from a long time ago. That could be interesting. Maybe for $10. Not for $65. Alright, anything here interesting? Of course not. Resident Evil Revelations, you can move and shoot in that game. No. Alien, I wanted that game. Colonial Marines. It's probably not going to be done too well. Lollipop Chainsaw. Devil May Cry. Those are, I guess, going to be the hack and slash games. Gotham City Imposters. Sniper Elite V2. Their Showdown. It's really not many good games are coming out. Elder Scrolls Skyrim, they give it a 9.5. That probably does justify probably actually does seem to be a logical and accurate rating, just because there's so much to do in that game and there's so much variety and it comes packed with so much content that it probably accurately reflects the game. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, that got a 9. It was basically a reskin version of Call of Duty, but what Call of Duty does is, I think their controls are great, with the exception of sprinting, because you have to push the thumbstick forward and down, and that hurts my thumb when part of my thumbstick came off. So Modern Warfare 3, I mean, the gameplay is simple, so I guess I would agree with a 9. Even if the campaign mode is repetitive and boring, it's not about the campaign mode, it's, I guess, about the multiplayer component to test your skills online. I agree with a 9. 8.75. I haven't played Assassin's Creed Revelations. Metal Gear Solid Collection. HD Collection, it seems like an accurate rating. I think you get 3 games or 4 games for $40 or $65. Jurassic Park, the game, they gave it a 5.5. It may be okay, who knows. WWE 12, there's supposed to be a lot of customization. I haven't played that. GoldenEye 007 Reloaded, I have the for the Wii, but the disc doesn't work, it keeps freezing for no reason. And do I agree with a 7? Well, it's a remake though, so if it's identical to the GameCube version, then possibly a higher rating. I don't know how the Xbox version is, but I thought the Wii version was implemented well. I never had the original one from Nintendo 64, so it was like buying a new game for me. But if I had an original, then I wouldn't buy the remake, because that would just be a complete waste of money buying the same game twice, remade in HD. Marvel's Capcom 3, the new edition with more fighters. Well, if you've never bought a Marvel's Capcom game before and you're interested in buying 3 first, I mean, I think an 8 accurately would reflect that, because they have 2 controller options, and I think one of them is called easy mode or simple mode or something, where it's much easier to get off combos, and you could use a joystick to get better control. So adding more fighters gives the game a lot more, I guess you could say, flavor, a lot more variety, a lot more life. Halo Combat Evolved, I mean, it's great that it's Xbox Live multiplayer and it's online, and you could easily switch between the old mode and the new mode by click and select. I don't like the idea you need health packs, but I love the idea that It has maps from Halo 2, so I also like the pistol. I do think an 8.5 would be an okay rating for that game. 9.25 for Minecraft. There seems to be a lot of customization in Minecraft. I never played it, but I mean probably because it's about uniqueness and individualism and building worlds. There's so much you can do, so I guess a 9.25 would justify it. Mario Kart 7, 8.5, but the graphics look near as good as a Wii, and hopefully the controls don't implement motion controls, so why not give it an 8.5? Fortune Street, I never played that. Even though this is a Wii, hopefully it's not based on timing where you have to shake the Wii remote at a specific time. Actually, it probably is for the mini games, so we'll probably give it a 0. Well, that's it for GameInformer. It probably doesn't inform you of anything. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.